What's going on there, everyone, and welcome back to another video from Dracon. Today we're going to be doing an actual figure review instead of the classic miniatures, but, you know, technically figures are like minis. Today we're going to be going over aliens. That's right, it's an aliens miniature from NECA. This is the Rhino Alien. Now, this is the second version of the beast, not version 1, which is all the red. Now, granted, aliens is a very common, loved sci-fi horror. And this is the Aliens action figure that is actually very popular. A lot of people really get these, and then they resell them for a ton of money. It does feature a removable dome. And if we go to the back, we can see some of the cool stuff on the back here, all the different little things there, all the different characters. Dark, empty, silent. This is the deep space, and vicious aliens are attacking. One force has the guns and the guts to face these ugly monsters. Send in the heavy metal, send in the Marines. The invasion is on. That's what it says there. And this is aliens. I think it's based on the aliens, so second wave would be considered because it has snake alien, scorpion alien, mantis alien, gorilla alien, warrior alien, queen face hugger, blue warrior alien, purple warrior alien. You got Ripley, Vasquez, Apone, and Drake as the humanoids, and that's all the characters. Woo! Now you do the version 1, this is version 2, and I was fine with getting either. I actually kind of liked version 2 a little more because it has that silvery look. Look here in the front window because NECA likes doing this. We get a front window to show the Rhino Alien in all of his glory. You get also a nice little piece of artwork here. And like most time with the NECA, they make a nice little case, a box you're really going to honestly want to hold on to. So let's open this up. And we're going to take a look at this bad boy from inside here. And as you can see, he was a big boy. So this is going to be a big statuesque level mini figure. So we're going to open up here. Luckily, there's only one little sticker, so hopefully it won't be hard. I'm trying to be gentle, too, because I want to keep this box as nice a shape as possible. And 1 second, I'm going to take a moment to cut off his little supports, or the little plastic ties. Okay, got all the plastic ties on. I just wanted to do that off camera, so I wasn't going to bother you guys and actually knock the dome off. Oopsie. So this is actually the removable dome. Very simple. Pretty cool. It's got some veinature on there. Looks like a sort of energy shield. I think if I remember the game, there's... Oh, the tongue, see, it just falls right out. Okay. Closable Movable Jaw. Got some joint motions here. So we got joints, and then we got like some hinges. It's all hinge type. We're not really getting any ball joints, which is kind of a shame. I really would have liked ball joints but I think these hinges are a lot more solid is the point, though. Is like that's why they use hinges more, because they're more solid than ball joints at holding their style. We got some bendable fingers, so you can bend them back or forward to make like more of a cross, like a clutch. That's cool. We'll get an up-close view of him in the camera in a minute. I just want to get a hold of him first and see how he is. No tail on this big beef boy, but I think it's because, if I remember correctly, the Rhino Alien doesn't need a tail with its terrifying power. I mean, this guy is going to wreck you up one way or the other. Got the cool sort of... He's got that sort of bent leg design to stand. Definitely made more for a creature of the four-legged variety, or the more quadrupedical type movement. Why am I trying to make it sound scientific? Do love his head design. That looks pretty sweet. Very aggressive, and the nature of this guy's face just screams, "I'm going to tear you apart." So I think, I remember how this came on there. I think this just slides over the horn, or maybe not. Hold on. Oh, duh, the back horn. That's what it is. Yes, it's like a little energy shield or energy membrane. Maybe like what? I haven't played the game where you fight this creature. I know he's a monster from the games. He never did make a movie appearance, which is kind of a shame, but I mean, it makes sense. In the Aliens movie, I don't know where they were going to get a rhino-esque creature to play it or to use as the host. Head doesn't have as much movement as I wish it did. It could have a little bit more, but of course, if you get too close, you're going to smack his little back tubes on his back there. Man, there is a lot of detail on this big bad. He does have a nice twistable upper body, so that's kind of on a ball joint. That does not like to stay on there that well. It's a very... Maybe if there's like a lock or something I gotta see if I can hook it onto. No? There's no like joint or clip, so that's kind of a shame. You have to be very careful not to ruin his headpiece. Let's see what he looks like. If I can get him in a standing position, so when I put him on the... my turntable, he doesn't knock himself over, because I'd really hate for it to do that. If I can get him low and put an arm down, maybe I can get him like to support his weight. Hey, it works. Okay. So setting him on the turntable, we're going to get a little bit of a more up-close look at this guy. 1 second. I'm just going to try to turn his foot upward a little more to hold up his weight. Okay. Let's swap over to the camera and get an up-close look. So here's a quick rotation of his body. My goodness, he is a big boy. I'm going to really have to adjust my camera and get a full shot of him. I thought it was going to be fine where it was, but I was wrong. But I'm just doing this to show, like, his body detail. Because, like, his body itself has a lot of detail. I mean, look at all the veinature going on there. All the armored carapace, like, placement. His ligament, like, you know, the ligaments and all that. All that showing, like, the back detail going on. Look at all the back parts. All those small little, like, kind of pores and stuff that he has. Now, yeah, so once again, he does not have a tail. He's just got a small spike back there, which I'm assuming is probably counterweight to the fact that his front heavy body helps him keep running forward at great speed. Let's see if we can get him up high enough so I can see his head and get you a good headshot of this beastie. So here we are from a little higher angle looking down upon him, and you can see he has a lot of silver glowing parts when the light hits him. He does glow a little more. And like I said, I do like the silverish look to his armor and that bluish opaqueness coming on than the red. I think the red was a little too dark red. I mean, it didn't make sense for Xenomorphs. But here he is. I actually have his little hood on there, his like a removable dome, which you can see has that membrane-ish sort of appearance that even like reflects the light. And his mouth jaw does open, and that allows his little teeth, his little secondary mouth to fling out. It's not spring-loaded or anything like that, so kind of a shame. I wish it was a little bit spring-loaded or a button you could press to make it fling out. That'd be kind of cool. But you just basically press it in, and you would then close it or push it up a little behind his teeth, and it sits there. And then you close his mouth, and you're good to go. The top of his head is removable, or the dome. This shows his more intricate designs of his dome, which we'll get him turned here in a second. Sorry, I'm just going to speed that up. There we go. And now you can see all the amazing head detail. Look at all those like parts of his crest. Like, my goodness. And then those giant horns and the deep sockets for his like strange like alien biology. This is a big chungus of a figure. Now, granted, I think this is an amazing figure, and anyone who'd really want to grab one, I definitely recommend you do. When I see these usually at Walmart, they're usually actually in a locked configuration. They have those spider locks on them, because I'm guessing people must be trying to steal them. They told the employee actually told me when I bought this, he goes, "Wow, you got our only one. Like, we just got one of those in stock, and I didn't even have a chance." And he goes, "Oops, I forgot to put the lock on it." So it's a good thing you're buying it. And I was like, I mean, guess good thing for you. I mean, I'm trying to see if I can get him into a four-legged stance. It's kind of hard to crouch this big guy. Oop, I popped him off his ball. Okay, so he does have a leg ball joint for his legs. That's a good sign. So probably allows for a really amount of movement. So let's see if we can get him into a position where he's like on all fours. Because, I mean, he doesn't really need to look up, which I guess makes sense considering this big rhino beastie would just charge into you and knock and barrel you over. Come on, you big monster. Work with me here. Work with me, you big, beautiful monster. And, well, I guess it's going to be as close as... Oh, there we go. Yeah, he stands pretty good. There's a nice four-legged stance. There he is. Oh, there goes his membrane, but that's fine. I'll get it in a minute. Never sits on his head right anyway, so once you take it off, it seems to never want to sit. Tilt his back a little bit, and there we go. He's in, like, he's ready to charge location. Like, that's him ready to go. And charge down an opponent, gore them with his horn, or then just open the mouth and then eat them after he knocks them over. I guess that actually makes sense why his mobility doesn't matter, because in truth, he told this creature probably never has to look up or anything. Most creatures he probably barrels into and destroys them. This is a very well detailed figure as well. Like, I'm just blown away. NECA, you did well with this monster. You could easily set this monster in like a set with other NECA monsters like Kong or Godzilla or any other kaiju monsters, and this thing would fit in perfectly fine because it's just already an aggressive beast. It's just such an aggressive monster. I'm actually really glad I could pick one of these up, because I've been a fan of the Alien franchise ever since I was younger. I mean, still one of the most amazing times of the day is like when you think back to what's a big scary moment? Oh, watching that creature break out of that man's chest in front of all those people, and they're all speechless faces, just shocked as it runs across slithers across the table and runs away to then become the Xenomorph. One of the most iconic horror creatures in movie history. Like, this thing definitely pays that same homage of like the terror that mutates, the terror that evolves, the terror that's always changing to kill you every time. Like, it's just such a good figure, and it's such a great shelf piece. Like, I would put this on a shelf, no doubt. Like, I would have no problems doing that. I mean, heck, it would be quite worthy of a shelf space for this big monster. Well, anyway, guys, that's all I've got for today. Very quick little review. I thought it was kind of funny. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Help support, and hit that like button to show that you like the content. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or ideas, go ahead and throw them in there in the comments down below. I'll try to answer any questions or ideas and, take them into consideration. Plus, I just like hearing back from the community. Anyway, guys, have a great one. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.